In a bustling coffee shop, there's a distinct hum composed of espresso machines, clinking cups, and the low murmurs of patrons in mid-conversation. It's a vibrant scene, yet zoom in, and you'll spot something more telling. A woman sits at a table, leans slightly forward, whispering with a conspiratorial tilt to her head. Across from her, the man she's speaking to nods intently, absorbing every word. This is a moment of quiet revelation, shared not in the spirit of empathy, but as currency. It's a dance as old as time, where secrets are the coin of social interplay. But what happens when this dance spirals out of control, when whispered revelations embed themselves into our very fabric? This is more than idle chit-chat. These are the open secrets that hang in the air, shared as though they are what binds us, yet paradoxically, what tears us apart. Individuals trade confidences, believing they're merely exchanging gossip. Yet the moment these secrets escape into the public realm, the real impact surfaces. Accusations ensue, truths morph into weapons, and the scapegoat is clear, the one who holds the mirror to this behavior. The question lingers, heavy with implication. Why do we remain defenders of shadows instead of seeking illumination? To unravel this, we embark on a journey through the tangled web of human relationships, where honesty is both rare and suspect, and where exposure often leads to isolation, not understanding. In societies the world over, gossip is the hidden thread woven through the tapestry of everyday life. Have you ever noticed, beneath the guise of casual conversation, a pattern begins to emerge? It's not just the sharing of inconsequential details, but a ritual fostering a sense of shared intimacy and trust. For some, this ritual becomes a treasure trove, a glimpse into lives led behind closed doors. For others, it represents only truths they dare not face. The story of every secret starts much the same. A confidant who was just talking, never intending harm. Yet something insidious lurks beneath. Psychology tells us that gossip can bolster self-esteem and give a perceived sense of belonging, but it walks a knife edge between seeking connection and perpetuating harm. Miles, a steadfast office worker, finds himself the unwitting recipient of whispered tales. "Did you hear about what happened at the meeting yesterday?" they ask, leaning in, eyes wide with anticipation. He didn't seek these confidences, yet here they are, laid bare. In each story shared, there lurks a tacit challenge, complicit or condemned. The paradox grows clearer with each tale. To refuse engagement is to shun human connection. To engage is ostensibly to perpetuate it. Miles contemplates these hidden dynamics during quiet moments over coffee. At once tired yet intrigued by the endless circular nature of it all. It is a labyrinth without an exit, a conversation without a true end. Turn then to those who resist the allure of gossip, speaking truth to power by unveiling what everyone knows but no one acknowledges. They find themselves at odds with the collective. Exposing what is whispered threatens comfort, exposing systems of thought and behavior beneath our words. And retaliation, swift and sharp, often follows. The walls close in, whisper by whisper, yet the truth comes with a cost. To be the one who pulls secrets into the light often means standing alone in that brightness, while others shrink back into the comforting shade of false narratives. So why do we continue? Why do these cycles persist when the turmoil they cause is evident? The answer lies in the shadows, where secrets are crafted in the quiet corners of consciousness and caught in the ether of public discourse. They are simultaneously known and unknown, protected by their own mythos. They thrive on our human denials, feeding on our reluctance to face truths both personal and collective. Here another element emerges, one of invisible forces that shape our motives, from the periphery of awareness. Some call it the energy of the universe, others spiritual forces unseen. Regardless of interpretation, they hold sway over the discourse, perpetuating cycles of concealment and revelation. Self-deception sits comfortably alongside the whispered news of others. The story takes a pivotal turn when an unexpected element breaks the cycle. Imagine this moment, a gathering intended for sharing. But rather than tales of others, Miles lays out reflections of love and support, sending vibrations of positivity beyond his personal circle, daring others to join in this alternate mode of being. This ripple of authenticity in a sea of secrecy is transformative. It's not effortless, nor entirely accepted, but it holds power. The shift marks an awakening to a different narrative, one founded on elevation rather than diminishment. The consequences are far-reaching. As individuals choose truth, compassion, and openness over secrecy and division, they find community in unexpected places. They uncover warmth in connections once sterile and cold. But these transformations require stepping into the unknown, breaking from the cycle of secrecy. Thus, the reckoning comes, an invitation to reassess what these secrets and talks have built. What are we without the cloak of gossip? The answer redefines identity and reshapes community interaction. Ultimately, the camera returns to the coffee shop, those small moments of exchange now recolored. The murmur of voices still fills the air, yet beneath, a potential for change hums. The woman who once leaned forward to share whispers leans back, introspective, recognizing the invitation to a deeper connection beyond the currency of gossip. In one final image, the viewer is left with a question. What whispers will you choose to echo, and what truths will you stand alongside in the light? For the cycle can be broken. It only awaits collective willingness to seek a different path. Such moments of reflection are pivotal in understanding human nature's complexity. Despite its reputation, gossip serves diverse and essential functions in societal frameworks. Research by linguists and sociologists reveals that gossip operates as a social bond. It's an ancient mechanism that reinforces societal norms and establishes group coherence. As the machinations of community life evolve, gossip provides a context within which humans interpret their interactions and experience a sense of belonging. Yet it walks a fine line. Much like the bridge between tradition and modernity, the act of gossip has a double-edged capacity. It possesses immense potential not only to connect, but also to divide, to illuminate truths, or to sow seeds of misinformation. In the world of digital communication, the stakes are higher. Whether sparked by a rumor that seems insubstantial or a clandestine piece of information, echo chambers amplify voices without a face or accountability. Herein lies the irony. In seeking deeper connections, some strands of society become enmeshed in superficial mutuality, muted by the very abundance of shared information that ought to enlighten. Yet, juxtaposed against the intangibility of digital gossip, the importance of face-to-face communication acquires new significance. Research from renowned universities highlights that in-person engagement enhances empathy, allowing individuals to discern nonverbal cues that convey emotion and subtlety. These interpersonal exchanges cultivate a more profound understanding of one another, contrasting sharply with the often impersonal nature of digital text. With this insight in hand, one must ask how we craft pathways to more constructive dialogues. The answer emerges from a confluence of historical precedents and modern innovation. Concepts of shared storytelling, community dialogue forums, and increased transparency in institutions. By fostering environments where conversations can be had openly, trust is rebuilt and rapport becomes more resilient. One innovative approach that has been gaining traction involves storytelling initiatives within local communities. These projects leverage the allure of narrative to foster empathy and understanding among diverse groups of people. For instance, the StoryCorps project, which records and shares personal anecdotes, serves as a testament to the power of stories to bridge divides and create an avenue for more profound conversations. Furthermore, initiatives aimed at bolstering media literacy play a crucial role. As citizens of a global society saturated with information, understanding the provenance and intent behind shared pieces of news is essential. Programs that focus on critical thinking and the evaluation of sources empower individuals to differentiate between fact and fallacy, diminishing the potential of divisive rumors to thrive. For many communities, engaging in what can be described as active listening holds promise. According to renowned psychologist Carl Rogers, active listening clarifies content and fosters an environment where individuals feel validated and understood. This practice requires a skillful blend of openness, patience, and humility, qualities that are imperative for breaking the cycle of gossip and forging sincere relationships. Institutions, too, have their roles to play. By adopting organizational cultures that prioritize openness and acknowledge the humanity behind each interaction, workplaces can counteract the damaging effects of office gossip. Regular forums where employees feel safe to share their thoughts and grievances without fear of repercussion reinforce a sense of agency and community. On the individual level, it starts with conscious choice. When given the narrative to share, people must ask themselves if it's necessary and if it's kind. The words one chooses can either uphold integrity or distort it. They can connect authentically or alienate universally. As members of a larger society, the responsibility to act with intention falls upon each individual. Collectively, the question becomes not just what whispers will echo, but how will newfound wisdom inform future whispers? A transformation unfurls when people harness this knowledge collectively. Imagine neighborhoods where local histories are shared with reverence instead of rancor, or workplaces where innovation stems from collaboration, not competition wrought by rumors. This path demands courage and leadership, but history makes it clear that such changes are possible. Whether through grassroots advocacy or broad policy shifts, cultures have continuously evolved in response to newfound awareness and collective resolve. As Margaret Mead once articulated, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Returning to our coffee shop narrative, it serves as more than just the setting for social discourse. It becomes a symbol of potential. Like the transition from dawn to day, the shift from gossip to genuine conversation may require patience, but it represents a period of immeasurable growth. Where once walls echoed with speculations, they now cradle dialogues, purposeful and perchance transformative. So as the camera finally pans away, the viewer is not just left with a question, but with a challenge to partake in the impression they leave behind. Through combined efforts to foster transparency, elevate discourse, and promote empathy, the possibility for lasting social renewal lies ahead. The tapestry of human interaction is richly woven and eternally evolving, and its course rests in the whispered choices of all who dare to speak.